Jim, how pleased are you with the 3 points this afternoon?
Very. I was mindful of the period without a game being evident in our performance today, and truthfully, just for the way the team has worked in the 14-day period without a league game, so that group that started the game today, in the main, hadn't had a game for 14 days, which people won't realise outside of the game, the impact that can have in certain areas of performance, and the edge you're always looking for in performance, you can lose when you don't manage the cadence of the games the way you want them to go. So I actually thought it was evident within the performance. I thought we were brilliant but sluggish in certain moments, which was kind of how my feelings were delivered to the team at half time, and to a degree at full time. But of course, I'm really happy for them, because, as I say, I used the word brilliant there also, and they were brilliant, the team today, in huge aspects of the game, and then just with a touch more edge and closer to our top level. I think we could have made the game more comfortable than it was, but massive respect to the opponents. They work so hard, they always do. I think it's written into the identity of their team, and maybe the values of Boston Football Club, that they seem to produce hard-working performances constantly, and anyone that works as hard as that, is never easy to play against. So I'm trying to be rounded in my view ultimately. I'm really pleased with the players ultimately. I'm pleased for the players ultimately, that despite the psychological blows and the physical blows they could have suffered in the last 14 days from uncontrollable circumstances, they've reacted brilliantly, and the best they could produce today, which produced a deserved victory, I think.
How important was the first goal, the timing of it from Dev, because it felt like we had a lot of pressure at that time as well?
When was it?
42nd minute.
Was it? Yeah, I thought we were like, it was a really good continual positive performance first half, but then that edge that I spoke about, it was literally kind of round the edges and stuff, and I think it's just time. It's just time without a game just starting to get a little bit too long, and I thought it was a first half performance that was worthy of going ahead without doubt. But then there was a couple of moments where that is it sluggishness? I don't even know if that's the right word, but the lack of edge in our minds, in our bodies, gave Boston a couple of chances where they could have scored. They could have went 1-0 ahead. But I think just on the flow of game and flow of chances, we were playing very well in the first half in the main, and we were valued for going ahead. And 42nd minute, it was a brilliant time to score, because I'm sure it would have been heartening for Boston to get in at half time still being 0-0.
It felt like everybody was delighted to see Tyler score, obviously 2 to his name today. How pleased were you to see him get off the score sheet and his impact off the bench as well? Very.
He's been working hard in silence and supporting the team in silence. No complaints thus far, because he's been trying to gather fitness. He's behind the group in that regard, but he's you've just seen that EFL sort of mindset from Tyler, which we're constantly trying to chase as a group, because we've got a mixture of players that have played EFL and who haven't, and it's not always in skill set or skills or abilities that you see that. Sometimes it's in mindset, and Tyler's been top since he came in terms of his commitment to work and wait, and he had a brilliant impact when he came on for the team today. Superb finish, the first one. I love the first one because it's the kind of space in the box that we're always trying to coach to attack, the spaces around Manny and whatnot. Tyler picks them up instinctively. It's a lovely finish, and then he's complete composure on his second one too. I think the team were buzzing for him, and we were too.
It felt like it could have got a bit hairy on a couple of occasions when we missed the penalty. The crowd got up, and then obviously getting back to 2-1. But this team's kind of shown that not really fazed by those moments so far this season. Yeah,
I don't think it was a pen. I was in shock, to be honest, when we got given it, because we don't get given penalties, do we? So that was I was shocked that we got given one, but even more shocked that it was that one, because my feeling was that it wasn't one. But who knows? Maybe the balance of play for the last 2 seasons will get 4 or 5 more, and maybe then it'll arrive at some point that we think is maybe equilibrium. But yeah, we missed it, which probably gave the loudest cheer in the stadium. So like up until that point in the day, and that did seem to just give them a lift. Football's funny like that, isn't it? Often home crowds like to celebrate the opposition's failures more than their own potential successes. It's ironic like that sometimes in football stadiums, but it always has been. And that gave them a lift. That lift produced some hairy moments, like you said. But there was lots of brilliant defending in that moment. There was lots of brilliant goalkeeping in them moments. Fantastic. And there was loads of togetherness. Definitely Boston could have scored, maybe again. But that's why I'm so pleased for the team, because ultimately, despite the fact Boston will rue a couple of golden moments today in each half, we were by far a better team and deserved to win the game, and we had lots of moments around the goal. So deserved, and delighted for the team and everyone involved.
Just a word on the fans as well. Obviously great again today. There'll be another trip on Tuesday night for them coming up at York. Guess you'll want to see more of the same again.
Yeah, buzzing with them, buzzing for them. Delighted to see them celebrating with Tyler at the end there. The team are like so happy with that too. It's really nice to reward them with
Mm.
such a long trip. Another victory. We had a great victory here opening day last season, and memories of that same moment over there were there. So they were great. They sang for us, and yeah, as I say, up until like the penalty miss, I felt like there was the only noise coming out of the stadium was our fans. So that's, away support it's always top, and we want to replicate that as much as possible at home, which is next Saturday, of course. But before then, we play away again Tuesday, and we'll need as many of them there as possible.